This video is going to be dark. I'm still sitting on the porch, but it is dark, and I just want to go ahead and make it because it's on my mind. This is part 3 of Jupiter in Scorpio going retrograde, which is this week. And I've already put up part 1 and I've put up part 2. This is part 3 because we have not yet explored Scorpio. And we can't talk about, well, we can, but it wouldn't make any sense at all to talk about a retrograde in a particular sign without talking about that sign. Now, this does come back to the fabulous question, what is Scorpio to you? What is Scorpio to you? What is Jupiter to you? What is retrograde motion to you? What does it mean? We often associate Scorpio with depth. That Scorpio does not live on the surface of life, that they go deeper. And I think this is true for all Scorpios, pretty much, that they pursue the underworld, so to speak. And this is whether the Scorpio is a, quote, good person or not a good person, you know. It's not about character or integrity, because someone can dig and dig and dig and want to get underneath to find the truth and penetrate the situation to get at the truth and be a good person or a not so good person. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to not assign judgments to this stuff, that it's simply a quality, because maybe the depth of Scorpio annoys you. Maybe you just want to get on to the next thing. Maybe the obsession, or call it the focus, of Scorpio annoys you. Or maybe you love it. Now, I have a first house Pluto, so I can hang with it pretty well, depending on everything else. The context, the relationship. But the point is, where Scorpio is, depth will be found. It's not going to be appearances or surface or the top layer. We're going to go underneath. We're going to peel back the layer of whatever it is. So they make great investigators and psychics and gurus and cult leaders, because they bring people along. They can see deeply into you. And here's another Scorpio trait. They can figure you out. They can absolutely detect your motivation. And we all have a motivation. They can keep theirs. They can try to keep theirs secret or private. But they are going to be excellent at figuring out yours. And that's another thing. The secretiveness of Scorpio. Oh my God, the secrets. The secrets. Meaning the shit they don't say, whether they call it a secret or not, the shit they don't say is legendary. And I say this as an astrologer and as a human being. The secrets would shock you, perhaps. If your Scorpio does not have a secret, you just don't realize that they have a secret, or 2 or 3 or 4. And these are not light secrets. There's going to be some depth to them. Okay, so what happens then? What happens when Jupiter in this obsessive, hyper-focused, penetrating, investigative, secretive sign goes retrograde. Well, I'll tell you one possible scenario. The truth comes out. We get free. We get liberated. Now, I don't believe that Jupiter in Scorpio retrograde equals Taurus. We could maybe make a case for that because Taurus is the opposite sign. You might think, okay, Jupiter in Scorpio kind of turning back on itself. We could go with that. Could be more Taurian. There could be some of that. Or we could tell a story about some Leo-ishness comes out. Leo-ishness or Aquarius-ness comes out. And I'm saying this because these are the fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. The fixed cross. The 4 fixed signs that retrograde Jupiter in Scorpio may suddenly shapeshift and take on some Leo and some Aquarius and some Taurus. Okay. That's an argument we could make, although I'm not going to go too far into that, but I can see that. Or extra Taurus or less Scorpio, or you know where I'm going with this. But I think with Jupiter in Scorpio retrograde, we get the truth that we cannot see and we cannot detect about people, places, situations. It's not available to us in direct motion. It's simply not. See, we have this misconception that direct motion means clarity. Not with Scorpio. No, that's not what it means at all. There's going to be more secrets. Because Jupiter expands what it touches. Jupiter makes things big. Jupiter inflates. Jupiter in Scorpio is going to be hella Scorpio. Retrograde motion? It's different. It's very different. All these ways you've been growing and expanding, you're not just going to see the details. You're going to see the freaking truth. What Jupiter is supposed to be about, the truth. You know, they always say that Sagittarius or people with lots of planets in Sag or Sag rising, they have wings on their tongue, right? They can be a little too blunt. They can be tactless. That's what they say. I'm not saying it. That's what they say. You know, it's one of those things that they say. Jupiter in Scorpio retrograde. Jupiter in Scorpio retrograde, I think we're going to get a taste of Jupiter in Sag, which is going to be later this year. A little bit of a taste. Truth's going to come out. Secrets are going to be revealed. I think this really is that version of the reversed tarot card. Like, we're going to turn this Jupiter in Scorpio on its head. And I don't usually talk about political stuff. I did a couple videos, but they were even more personal. Even when I do videos about Melania Trump, it's still personal. Anyway, more secrets are going to come out about politics in the U.S. Mark my words, my friends. These months, truth's going to come out. Secrets revealed. It is a little eclipsy. And yes, we'll have a touch of Taurus and a touch of Leo and a touch of Aquarius, because I think that's just how it works. But I think we're going to feel more relaxed and more free because we'll know what we're dealing with. We're going to know what that Jupiter in Scorpio has been hiding all this time. You know, I was just talking to a client. I had a 5 p.m. client today. I don't usually talk to people that late, but it worked. It worked schedule-wise, and this person was having some reservations about someone who married into their family. And I started trying to figure out what that was about from the tarot cards. And I was saying to her, well, this person has these masks. There was a mask of femininity in the ideal woman, and there was a mask of what her family thought was how she should be. Mask after mask after mask. And I said to her, I said, you see through that. You know that there's a mask and you don't know what's underneath. You don't know what's behind the mask. That's reminding me of this Jupiter and Scorpio retrograde, is we're going to see what's behind the mask. We're going to see what's underneath. We're not going to be so anxious. Yes, I think Jupiter and Scorpio is an anxiety-provoking placement because it's more Scorpio. And not everyone can handle that, can handle the depth, the intensity, the emotions, the desire for money and power, the sexuality, the vengeance. It's a very interesting topic. I could probably make about 8,000 videos on Jupiter and Scorpio retrograde. And you know, if people clamor for more, I'll do more. But as usual, I want to keep it short. Let's end it here. This is part 3. Watch parts 1 and 2. And this one. Please, if you love it, share it. Like, subscribe, share, and look in the description box because all my information will be there. If you want to talk about your Jupiter or anything else, your astrology, your tarot, we will do it. I am not a Scorpio, but I do have a Moon-Pluto conjunction in my first house, well aspected all around my chart, which is why years ago I named my business after that aspect, because I know it defines me in so many ways. So I get it. I completely get it, Scorpios. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video.